What is fan gatekeeping? Are there things about being BTS Army that I find challenging, or I just want to put somebody in a stranglehold and beat and punch somebody in the teeth because I hate it? We're gonna talk about it in this video. Hi, my name is Nomadic Kitty, otherwise known as Kiki, and welcome to my channel. I am a BTS focused channel. I am a casual stand to other K-pop groups, mostly boy bands. I don't really do a lot of girl groups, but my channel is focused mostly on BTS. And so today, one of my favorite YouTubers by the name of Boracity, Boracity, did another one of her stellar K-pop journals, which is like, I think it's like a 14-minute video talking about gatekeeping in BTS Army. If you don't know, BTS Army is the name of the fandom of the Korean-based pop supergroup phenomenon known as BTS. They have been on military hiatus for 18 months, and they are about to have BTS Festa, which is their annual anniversary celebration. Festa's on the 13th of June, and we hear about a upcoming reunion in the rumors that they are all going to reunite because they're getting out of the army very, 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 very soon, most of them. And so Boracity posted this video, and I'll put links to the video about whether they're talking about fandom, gatekeeping, and new fans and fan etiquette. There are three things about being BTS Army. Sorry, y'all, I had to fix my camera. There are three things about being BTS Army that really annoy me. And so when I watched the Boracity video, I've been wanting to do this video for a long time, and I'm like, she brings up some interesting points that I would like to talk about, and also talk about being Army and BTS fandom. So I'm going to bring up three things that I find annoying. But first, we're going to talk about the Boracity video, okay? So first, if you have not watched the Boracity video, I encourage you to really go watch it and then come back here and we'll talk about it. I do have to say I'm baby Army. August the 6th will be my year anniversary of being what I would consider myself an Army. And then I actually got into K-pop, generally speaking, that started me down this road in 2022. I have a whole video on my playlist talking about how I became BTS Army. So August the 6th is what I would consider my year anniversary of this year, would be my year anniversary being heavily with BTS. With that said, I don't like fandom gatekeeping. I detest it. I hate it. I think it's unnecessary. And then there's a difference, I was saying in Boracity's comments, between toxicity and gatekeeping. There are things that fans should never do. When it comes to bothering the artists, their family members, their friends, their personal lives, when it comes to digging up their relatives or harassing them online or anything like that, any type of harassment or perpetual line stepping, like Dave Chappelle said, you're a line stepper. When you talk about perpetual line stepping, then I have a serious problem with that. Toxicity is toxicity. You could be the most well-meaning fan on earth, but you will overstep your bounds. So there's a difference between fan etiquette and just downright toxicity. Toxicity is something that shouldn't be in any fandom, whether you be K-pop, BTS, or whoever. So I like to put that out there first. There are things in fan etiquette that I've heard that I don't really understand. And let me say this really before I get into it. BTS are not a K-pop group. I know some of y'all been fans with BTS since the beginning, or for 9 years or 10 years. I know some of y'all been fans for a long time. But BTS is not a K-pop group. The rules and the etiquettes that I see in K-pop, that started out in K-pop, that are rampant in K-pop, to me should not apply to BTS anymore. BTS is a global phenomenon supergroup. They may be Korean based, they may be Korean, they may speak in Korean, but BTS have become such an international global sensation that the rules that apply to K-pop fandom, to me, in my opinion, does not apply to BTS. Number two, gatekeeping is silly. It's keeping a lot of the new fans like me. I've heard from people in comment sections that it has kept new fans out. My channel is a safe space for new fans, old fans, medium fans, young fans, old fans of any age, at any race, shape, color, orientation. It's a safe space. There are things in the fandom, again, that I'm going to talk about, 3 things in being a BTS army that I do not like. And a lot of it bleeds into the same topic as gatekeeping. I'm just gonna, I'm gonna talk about it. But gatekeeping, to me, and the things that go on are not necessary. It is a masturbatory ego stroke for older fans. I'm gonna say it again for the people who don't understand. A lot of the gatekeeping that goes on in every fandom, whether it be BTS, music, whatever, it is an ego stroke for a lot of you. Y'all want to feel powerful. Y'all want to feel like you know more than everybody than everybody in the fandom, or your little corner of fandom is special, or maybe you're gonna get the attention of your favorite oppa. I don't know. Those are the only things I can consider. Or you guys have such horrible parasocial relationships with these groups and these properties that you don't own these people. We don't know BTS unless you do. You don't own BTS. Nobody does, not even their label. So the idea that you want BTS and the fandom to cater to your morality and your tastes and what you like and what you've been doing, back in my day, we did such and such. The fandom has changed. BTS went from a K-pop group to our international pop stars. So the fandom is going to change. You're going to have casual fans, you're going to have a hardcore fan, and you're going to have ones that are in the middle. And then the idea of who gets to call themselves army or not, that boo-boo, that's not your decision. That's not your decision. There are a bunch of things that I don't do being as a BTS fan. I don't own Spotify. I don't have Spotify. I don't, Spotify is not on my phone. It's not on my computer. I don't listen to Spotify. If I listen to BTS, I watch them on YouTube. I watch them on their official channels or channels that people have posted fan cams and stuff like that, because I like to support other content creators. I am not into the Spotify numbers and the Mnet voting and all of that. So if that doesn't make me army, whatever, I could care less. So not all of us do the same types of things. Not everybody has time enough to buy 15 t-shirts and tons of merchandise. Not everybody has that kind of money or accessibility. Some of y'all are flexing because you out here spending hundreds and thousands of dollars on merchandise. So that makes you more of a fan. No, that don't make you more of a fan. That just means you have more disposable income than other people. Some of y'all go to a lot of concerts. I go to concerts. Boracity talking about that people don't want to go to BTS concerts and experience what they call like a dead crowd or whatever. So what? I understand that affects the artist, but as the fandom, as you become bigger, you're gonna have crowds that are just there to be seen. I laugh because I go to K-pop concerts for K-pop groups that I don't care about. I know one, possibly 2 Stray Kids songs, maybe 3. Can I get there in the crowd and sing along? No. I told by me going to Hyping, and the only song I knew by Hyping is Bite Me. I went to Card, didn't know their songs. I went to TXT, didn't know their songs. So the idea that now gatekeepers are like, well, you go to concerts, you got to know their songs. There are people that just go to concerts that just like to go to concerts. There's plenty of people that go to all kinds of concerts where they barely know the groups. It's a way for them to discover, and they like going to concerts. I like going to concerts. I really like going to concerts. Going to concerts is a hobby for me. So if some stays or carrots or whatever fandom want to get their panties in a wad because I don't know not a damn near Stray Kids song. Okay, the majority of people that are there to see concerts are people who are fans of the band. But you're going to get casual fans who are not going to stand up and cheer and purchase light sticks and hoop and holler. I will not be at Stray Kids standing up, screaming and hooping and hollering. That's, first of all, that's just not my style anyway. Now, BTS I would, but I do stand up. I got a bad back and I got a bad knee. I'm old as hell, y'all. Like, I'm not 22 years old no more. I'm not 30 years old. So, in my mind, I can enjoy a Stray Kids concert if I want to. I paid $550 for this damn ticket. So if I go to a concert and I don't know no one damn song, then that's on me. And I'm not hating on anybody who goes to the Jin concert. I'm going to Jin concert. And if there's some people who are just standing there taking photos and videos and they like this on, and they, and the whole entire time they're just filming because they want to put it on their social media, what the hell am I going to, what right do I have to say? They paid for a ticket just like I did, boo. You paid for a ticket? Yeah. Or somebody gave them a ticket or however they got the damn ticket. I'm not going to be in my feelings about it. I'm just going to be like, let them do them. Most of the people at K-pop concerts are excitable little children. Are little girls. I have not been to a BTS concert, so I don't know. Every crowd is different. ATEEZ has a more of a mature women, like women in their 20s. The older the group has, longer the group has been around, the more mature the audience. You know, I do it in all due respect. Like I said, the ATEEZ crowd is going to be different than Zikers or Gravity that I went to. Zikers and Gravity is very little girls. ATEEZ was grown women. Like, these are grown women and a bunch of dudes. And so I'm not here to tell somebody, well, you got to go to the concert, you have to cheer loud and what the fuck? Like, oh man, y'all made this up. So this quote unquote etiquette, again, a lot of this shit doesn't apply like with the Beehive or the Swifties. It just doesn't apply to other fandoms. You know, the Michael Jackson fans back in the day, the old school fans, the new school fans, or whatever. Okay. Somehow BTS has been elevated to this spot where being a casual fan is not good enough. You have to be a super fan. And I'm telling people that BTS is not, this is not K-pop anymore. This is not a bunch of little kids. You have mature fans like me who are like, well, ain't nobody gonna tell me what I need to do with my money and my fandom. So, you know, so that's the other issue. You know, no one's gonna tell me how I need to celebrate being BTS or what I need to do, or I need to be voting, or I need to be downloading this and downloading that. I'm like, I don't download anything. I don't vote. What are we voting for? That's just not my thing. It's not my thing. And it's not, like I said, if I want to support my boys, it's with coin. It's finance, it's coin. I support my boys with coin. Buying the albums, purchasing the merchandise. That's how I support what I love. That's my way of doing it. I'm a busy person. I have kids, I have a career, I have a job. Like, I don't have time to be sitting here downloading things and Spotifying things. I have a YouTube channel to run. Baby, that takes time and energy and effort that I don't really have. So everybody, if you're supporting BTS, as long as you're supporting BTS and being positive about it, then it's cool. But the etiquette needs to stop. I've seen so many videos about fans that have said things online to other people and TikTok videos. Like, I don't agree with that. You know, people have done dance challenges. Boracity talk about people doing dance challenges with BTS songs. BTS songs are mainstream, especially after 2019, 2020. BTS became very mainstream. There are a lot of people doing dance challenges and TikTok videos that didn't know BTS songs. If you watch my shorts, a lot of my shorts, I use BTS songs, but there are some shorts I don't use BTS songs. I don't give a fuck about Sabrina Carpenter. I have used her songs in my shorts, of course. I don't give a damn about Tate McRae, whoever she is. I will use her songs. I will use all kinds of songs in my shorts, in my videos. Like I said, most of the time BTS, if I can find the appropriate song, because I want to give BTS the credit. But a lot of times I use songs that artists that I've never even heard of. I've heard the song, or I may have heard it on somebody else's YouTube short and be like, oh, let me save that song. It doesn't mean I'm a fan of the artist. I don't do dance challenges and nothing like that. But I'm just saying the fact that people are on people's TikTok videos and saying things because people are dancing to BTS songs or using it. People use a lot of songs that they not fandoms of. Who cares? As long as their BTS music is getting out there, who cares? And that brings me to the other topic. Some of y'all done lost the plot. Some of y'all are little kids. Like I said, some of y'all take being a fan as personal and lost the plot. For me, and for fandom, and for me personally, and how I look at my fandom for me, is a business decision because I'm a grown ass woman. So to me, number one, as somebody who is an artist, who likes to write, who likes art, who likes the visual arts, there's no point of being an artist if nobody sees your art. There's no point if musicians want people to hear their music. They want their music to be out there. Even though BTS have gotten to the highest upper echelon, there's room for them to go further. Individually, solo, and as a group. So I'm sure that BTS want to do other things. And they want to win awards. And regardless of whether people consider the awards important or not, for their career and their publicity and longevity is awards. So when I look at BTS, not only I'm a fan, but I'm also embedded with them financially and business-wise. So to me, what's good for BTS is good for me. What they want to do is what I want to do. Not what the fandom wants to do. Not what some 20-year-old who's been fans since they was 13 want to do. Not what some website or some Reddit group. These are things that I don't participate in. And we're going to get to that in a minute, coming back to that. But whatever is good for BTS is good for me. If they are like, if they get excited about winning awards, I'm excited that they win awards. If they want their songs to chart and they want to get recognition from their peers as an artist, it's inevitable. Yes, they want recognition in the business that they're in. Yes, they want to gain more revenue and more money and reach more people and more fans because it increases their longevity in this business. So yes, BTS are artists. BTS are singers, musicians, artists, writers, composers, and they want to push themselves personally, but also professionally. And some of you fans have lost the plot. That is the goal for most artists, is to get their music out there. So the more TikTok videos they own, that's a win for BTS. The more people download their music, that's a win for BTS. The more people are having TV shows and movies and their songs, that's revenue stream for BTS. So what's good for BTS, not just personally, but professionally, that's how a mature person sees it. I'm not here to tie BTS as all mine and you can't have it, it's mine. And they have to do what I say no. What does BTS want? What do they like professionally or personally? That's what I'm going with. Whatever BTS say, I don't give a damn what the fans got to say. So that's another part of this, is that a lot of y'all have lost the plot. A lot of y'all are doing what y'all want to do and not understand that the music industry, at the end of the day, I've said it over and over again, is a business. And BTS is not out here singing for chips and charity. That yes, they want to increase their portfolio and their prestige and their reputation in the business because that opens up other opportunities. And I want them to open up other opportunities here in the Western industry. Korea, they own it. They got it good. Now I need y'all to open up in the West, and it's harder to open up in the West. And they're not going to do that by having silly ass fans talking about you can't post photos online. Which brings me to my next point. Yes, my next point is the online fandoms and what it means for me to be ARMY. I just warning y'all, fixing to go off. I could care less if BTS had 300 million fans or 3, and I was one of the 3. I could care less if the people around me don't like BTS. I don't know anybody else personally in my real life that likes BTS. I know one person that's kind of like a casual BTS fan, but she likes Kpop. So she likes other groups. Excuse me. So my fandom doesn't hinge upon or predicate upon how many fan groups are out there, how many people are at the concerts, how many TikTok videos are about this fandom, what people are saying on X. I'm not on X. I don't give a damn about X. I don't give a damn on Instagram. I'm rarely on Instagram. My Facebook is very private, so I'm not out here. I don't do social media like y'all do social media. I'm not on TikTok watching videos. I'm on TikTok doing videos. This video, I'm doing it from TikTok because I like their interface. I don't spend my life and my time on social media like a lot of people do in Army. They have these groups, they have these Reddit groups. I'm not on Reddit. I don't belong to any online group for Army. Let me say it again for the people in the back. You listening? Where are my stray kids? Stray kids, you listening? I don't belong to any group online, whether it be BTS. I'm a casual Blackpink fan. I'm a casual TXT fan. I like Card. I'm a casual Card fan. I'm a casual fan of a lot of things, but I am a BTS Army. But I don't belong to any groups online. Why? That's not, because I could care less. Now, again, this is my personal experience. I'm not telling people what they should or shouldn't do or how they should do their fandom. If it makes you feel good to be in Army groups and Army spaces and you're on Blue Sky and TikTok and Twitter and you're in these groups or these pages or you subscribe to a certain thing and you want a sense of online community, hey, that's on you. Online community, I don't give a fuck. I don't care about the online communities. I like BTS because I like their story. I like their music. I like who they are. I didn't become a fan because I wanted to become, a cheerleader in a cheer team. My brain and my mind space don't work that way. I'm a fan of many different things. I like sci-fi. I like other things. Am I a fandom online of any of these properties? Do I belong to any kind of Star Wars or Star Trek online groups? Here's your answer. Hell no. There's too much toxicity. There's too much gatekeeping. There's too much critiques. I don't have time for that type of drama in my life. I know some of y'all like having community online. I don't. So a lot of things that people complain about fan gatekeeping happens online. And I tell people, just get out of the spaces. Well, on X, this BTS Army channel that's been around for 10 years, they said this and this and this, or I got into it with this and this and this person. Okay, just get off it. Just block the person if you can, or get out the group. Go start your own group. Yeah, but go start your own group. Go start your own group. I started a YouTube channel because of my love of BTS. Because I love BTS. It's a way for me to express my art. It's a way for me to write. I didn't start a BTS channel to connect with other fans. That wasn't really, I appreciate all my subscribers. I appreciate everybody's been here, but that wasn't my goal. My goal wasn't, I'm going to start a YouTube channel so I can connect with armies. No, I started a YouTube channel because I like BTS and I like art and I like making videos. I really enjoy making and editing videos. Sometimes it's a pain in my butt, but I enjoy it. And I enjoy all the people that come to my live streams and interact, and I enjoy all that. But my top 10 isn't connecting with a community. Because to me, talking to people online is not real friendships. Talking to people online is not my idea of community. My idea of community and communion is to be in community with people face to face. I don't need the online. I don't have a sense of rigidness about online or a sense of reverence about being online or a sense of I have friends online. Like I have followers. I have people that come on and make messages, but at the end of the day, there's still people behind the screen. It's not like these are the people that I interact in person. You understand what I'm saying? A lot of the K-pop groups, like the local K-pop groups, like in Dallas and stuff like that. I don't live in Dallas. I live outside of Dallas, number one. And number two, a lot of the like in-person K-pop groups are full of little kids. And I don't want to be sitting there face to face across the table from a 19-year-old. Like you young enough to be my child. I just find that personally, I don't have a lot in common with other BTS armies that I have come across. Like when in the beginning, when I was researching, when I did my video about Army, look at my video, by the way, I did a whole YouTube video about Army. The armies that I come across on Reddit and YouTube and stuff like that, they were really, really young. And I'm sorry, y'all, I'm not trying to slam y'all young people. I love y'all. But for me to have a conversation, my conversation is not going to be like, oh, Jimin is hot and Sugar's cute. Look at the outfit and remember this song. And that's not why I'm Army. Being Army to me means something different than I realized with a lot of people. And I don't know if anybody else feels the way, but I feel like I'm the odd person out when it comes to BTS Army, because my focus and my mindset is fandom, is the music. And I like all of the content and the superficial stuff like you do. But then I also am into the nitty gritty aspects of the business. And I have not ran upon many people. Like I said, there are YouTubers I subscribe to, but I don't know them personally. Like it's not enough motivation. They do have social media presence, but it's not enough for me to be like, okay, I'm finna go join this person's community. I would like to have one-on-one conversations with Faraday from Asian Entertainment. I would like to have one-on-one conversations with High Boy. I would like to have one-on-one conversations with Sean from Soul Light TV. These are people, the content creators are the ones that I like. Like, I like the content creators. Now, the people that follow them, I don't know, I can't pigeonhole them or stereotype them, but I don't know what their demographics are, the people that follow their channel. It may be people my age. But again, I feel personally, for me, I have not come across many armies like me. That I'm kind of like, I feel like I'm this anomaly. And it's not me being special or anything like that. And then I'm an introvert. And so again, my social needs are not slanted in that way of me feeling like I need to be part of an army community. That's just not how it goes. And the things that I have seen has steered me away from that. So we're going to talk about the three things, and there's more, but these are the three things that I've noticed lately or within the past year that annoys me about being, that I've seen in BTS Army that just annoys me. So we're going to talk about those three things, right? So here we are. Hello there. So here we are. We're going to talk about the three things, uno, dos, tres, that I do not like about being Army. Things that I've noticed in the Army fandom that I find either annoying or downright hate. Number one, the photo etiquette makes no sense. Now, I know this doesn't apply to everybody. Everybody doesn't think that way. But the Army fandom etiquette is beyond me anyway. Like I said before, if it's something toxic where you're infringing upon the personal rights or the public rights of family members and friends with BTS themselves, then I understand that's toxicity. That's not an etiquette issue. So one of the things I'm going to use as an example is photos. So there are people online that get their knickers in a twist if people take photos of the BTS members out. Again, when it comes to my social media, when it comes to my YouTube or wherever the hell I want to post it, I'm going to let you know. If I'm out somewhere and I see a BTS member somewhere, unless it's a situation where it's a private club or if it's somebody's private home, unless it's something like that, if it's a private home, a private club, a private event, and I'm invited or somehow I stumbled my way upon there, I will not be invading the venue's privacy or the host or the party or the location if they say this is a private event. Then I'm not going to take any pictures or anything. But if I'm out somewhere, if I'm shopping at Walmart and I see the members out, then, I don't want to bother them because I'm introverted. I'd be too scared to come up to them anyway. I don't want to bother them. But I can see when people take a picture, and then armies have got all in their craw about, people have posted pictures that they've taken with the members and put it on their social media. And I tell people, there is no sense of privacy on social media. The logic makes no sense. If I'm friends with BTS and we are together and I'm like, come here, Jungkook, come on, Cookie, come on, let's take a picture. And Jungkook walks over and he's like, and we take a picture together. 9 times out of 10, there's gonna be a conversation had because they're gonna assume, number one, I'm gonna post the picture on some social media, because everybody, grown people, have social media. Or if I take a picture and then he tells me, look, Kiki, don't put this picture online, okay? I'm like, okay, JK, I get it. And then I understand. But when somebody posts a picture on their social media and their social media is not private, some people will post it on their social media and their social media is private. My social media is private. So if I would post something like that, I wouldn't post it publicly. Now, if that picture gets out, somebody's like, some relative is like, "Ooh, girl, you up here hugged up with JK," and then they in turn take that picture and post it somewhere. That's another conversation. But if I get online and I post a picture that's public and my social media is public, then it's implied that they are okay with it. That BTS are not children. Okay? They're not little bitty kids. They're grown men. So they understand that if somebody posts a picture. So people have gotten upset because there have been pictures of RM or whatever, something in the military, that other members in their unit have posted videos and pictures of them together. And then armies go online and take those pictures. And I'm like, well, was the social media account originally private? Well, no, it's public. Okay, well, then they understand that these pictures are going to be out there. And then if BTS has a problem with it, they will go to that person and they will be like, "Hey, Keisha, you better take that picture off." And I'll be like, "Ooh, JK, I'm sorry." And I will go online and delete the picture. If somebody goes online and delete the picture, then I'm going to go online and I'm not going to share that picture and I'm going to delete it as well to respect their privacy. But if somebody posts a picture online, you're walking around Walmart and people are like, "Well, don't take a picture of them to respect their privacy." There's things that artists do. Let me tell you, artists understand that being famous, what that means. So don't y'all think that you got to handle BTS with porcelain gloves like they're little kids. They understand, as professionals in this business, who've been in this business a long time. We ain't talking about rookie minors. We're not talking about 17, 18-year-olds who are in an up-and-coming group and they trying to navigate social media. No, they are media savvy. They understand what the game is. And they understand that being super, super famous outside and in Korea, that if they go somewhere, that 9 times out of 10, that there's going to be a huge chance somebody's going to recognize them. Somebody may come up to them and ask them for a picture and autograph. That is part of being a celebrity. So let me say it again. BTS are grown-ass men. They've been in the industry a long time. They understand what it means to be famous. They understand that they have traded in their anonymity for fame. I understand that if people want to respect their privacy, then have at it. But I'm telling you, if I go out somewhere and I see Beyonce or Taylor Swift or somebody, you mean to tell me you're not going to take a picture? Celebrities are spotted all the time in parks, at clubs, not just by paparazzi, not just by Dispatch or The Inquirer, not just by online gawkers and stalkers, but by regular people. And the celebrities, they get annoyed by it and they may sigh and be like, but they understand that if they go out and they want to live a life, that people are going to gawk, people are going to stare, and somebody may come up to them and ask them for an autograph or photo. They understand that this is part of fame. If you can't handle that part of fame, then you shouldn't be famous, because it's going to happen. You're going to be recognized somewhere. So yeah, for a part of it, you've kind of traded in like a normal life. If you're out with your family and friends, your family and friends damn well know when they go to that damn kimchi restaurant in Seoul that somebody's going to recognize their cousin, brother, relative, son when you're going out. So let's just all stop with this. Well, they deserve privacy. If you feel like that they deserve privacy, that's your personal business. But the idea that people have posted pictures of them, and some of the people that posted pictures barely even know BTS. They're not ARMY. So they just post pictures like, "Oh my God, I saw a celebrity out today." Just like they would do for any celebrity. So in my mind, if it's good enough for Taylor Swift or Beyonce or Doechii or whoever to get filmed or taking a picture of them while they're out, then it's good enough for BTS. They are a celebrity just like every other celebrity. I don't consider BTS any different than any other damn celebrity. They privacy deserve to be respected. And if they come up to you and be like, "No photographs, I don't want to have an autograph," then you back off and like, "Thank you," and back off and just let them be. But the idea that somebody's going to get upset because somebody goes up to J-Hope and want an autograph, and people are like, "He shouldn't have asked that. They shouldn't have went up to them and bothered them." You're excited to see your celebrity. How often do you get to see a celebrity? Even if the person barely even knows BTS. But the fact that someone goes, "Oh my God, that's J-Hope from BTS. Oh, like BTS, like butter BTS." Like even my kids who don't like K-pop, they know who BTS is. If they were out somewhere, they would take a picture just so they could be like, "Oh my God, we were out somewhere and this BTS member was sitting right next to us." Like, and again, Celebrities know this. If celebrities don't want to be bothered, there are things they can have security with them. They can go in the back door of places. Do y'all not understand that celebrities have access in ways and means to keep their lives private? You don't have to go through the front door of the gym. You don't have to belong to a public place. There's options for celebrities that are not options for real people. Beyonce can go to, like when she had her babies, they shut down the whole wing of the hospital because she wanted privacy. You can do that as a celebrity. You have a right to do that as a celebrity. I don't have a problem with that. Celebrities go in stores, Louis Vuitton store, they shut down the whole store for them to give them time enough to shop and take pictures and all that kind of stuff. So if celebrities really want to be anonymous, these celebrities, they do things all the time. They rent out private rooms in restaurants. They rent out restaurants. They come in the back entries of hotels and airports. If they don't want to be seen, they don't want to be seen. And if you think that K-pop members or K-idols don't go places, they do. They go in the back door of places if they don't want to be seen. They rent out VIP rooms if they don't want to be with regular people. So there are options for them. Don't treat them like they don't understand the price of fame. And like I said, everybody has their days where they're annoyed by it, they don't like it, they're having a bad day, they're tired. Let them be human and let them have that. But the idea that you're going to go online and slam somebody for taking a photo or slam somebody for going up to them and saying hi, that's ridiculous. Paparazzi have followed the famous around for decades in America. It is a thing. They're famous. They're not little kids. They understand the price of fame. So that's number one. Stop gatekeeping photos and stuff like that. Number two, the hatred for the solo stand. If I gotta read another MFing post, if I have to read another MFing comment, the vitriol some of you MFers have for the solo stands. I am here to be a champion for the solo stands. If you a solo stand, look, there's toxicity in every corner of anything that you can do when it comes to fandom, especially BTS. Now, there are some solo stands that take it to a whole nother level. They bash other members of the group. They say things. They try to sabotage things that are other member of the group. Again, it's balanced. There's toxicity in every damn thing, okay? That people can take it overboard. But I'm talking about the people that have the YouTube channels, the fan groups, the fan pages. I'm talking about the people that were upset that Jimin didn't win and that RM won. But they didn't drag RM because, RM won an American Music Award recently. And Jimin was in the same categories. And a lot of the Jimin solo stands were upset and they thought that Jimin deserved to win over RM. But, it's the American Music Awards. So, there's no criteria. People just vote for whatever. So a lot of the Jimin fans upset. Regular armies were bashing the Jimin solo stands for being upset that Jimin didn't win. So that's one example of many where people go in on the solo stands. Some of the solo stands, yes, they could be toxic. But a lot of them were just like saying that they were disappointed that Jimin didn't win and they really thought that Jimin didn't win. And they weren't bashing RM or saying anything about his album or anything like that. They just felt like Jimin's album and songs and his popularity was bigger than RM. Popularity and charting, yes, Jimin was bigger. But it just depends on what the Academy, whether it be Billboard, American Music Award, Grammys, whoever. It just depends on what they're looking for and what, it just depends, okay? I think maybe Jimin, who was a bit more too poppy for them and they wanted to choose RM's album because it was a bit more artistic and edgy. That's just my theory. People jumped all over those solo stands and they have jumped all over the JK solo stands, the Jimin solo stands, and the V solo stands. Because apparently those three have the most solo stands. Even some people have tried to come after me on my channel because I'm not a Suga solo stan, but I like Suga. Suga's my bias. But even regardless of whether they're your bias or regardless of what group we're talking about, it could be Blackpink. Lisa, I'm a Lisa fan. Like, I like Blackpink, but I really like Lisa. Like, I like Lisa's music. I like her style. I like her. So I would be what would consider the Lily, which is more of a Lisa solo stan. And so in BTS Army, people will jump all over you for being a solo stan. And I don't understand. Like, people will jump your shit for being a solo stan. There are so many videos I've come across that I don't even watch because at first in the beginning I was like, what's a solo stan? And talking about people who a solo stan, by the way, is just somebody who likes just one person in the group. So there are people who don't like BTS, who don't like their music, but they, for instance, loved Golden Maknae and they like JK, but they don't like any worse than BTS. Same thing for Jimin or V. Each one of the members of BTS, whenever they do their solo music, it's very different. It's very different from each other, and it's kind of different away from BTS. V as a solo artist is different than V in BTS or Kim Taeyong, whatever you want to call him. Same thing about JK. JK with JK's Golden Maknae was much more my speed, and apparently JK, you know, that's the music direction that he wanted to go to, more of a R&B, hip hop kind of, you know, pop R&B kind of flavors kind of thing. V does his soul and jazz and neo soul thing. So each one of them solo music is different. And some of us like BTS as a collective more than we like solo. Or some of us only like the solo music of maybe one or two or a few. Again, I'm a rap line girl. So to me, Suga and J-Hope are, you know, their songs are my favorite. And RM would be third in the rap. But I'm a rap line girl. And not saying that I don't support and like the others. I feel like with BTS, a win for one is win for all of them. Either way, it brings the prestige and the recognition to BTS as a group, even if it's solo stan stuff. But the way people have such vitriol and hatred of the solo stans is irrational, crazy, and fucking nuts. Like, people, you don't even have to say barely anything. And people online will jump all over you and be like, you're one of those solo stans. And da-da-da. If you are a solo stan and you're not hating on any of the other members, to me, that's fine. If you're a solo stan and you're like, I don't give a damn about BTS or nobody else in BTS, that's fine. If you are like, I just want to concentrate on Jimin, that's all I want to listen to, I don't care about any other members, that's fine. I'm just giving Jimin as an example, or any other the other members. If you're like, nah, I can't get with none of these rest of these fools, but I really fuck with RM. There's a lot of hip hop files that love RM and Suga. They really like there's a lot of hip hop boys that really like RM and Suga. Like Suga and RM are really popular with the male BTS fans, especially the hip hop heads. They really respect them in the hip hop spaces. They really respect them as writers, as composers, as producers. They really respect. And so some of them are like, BTS, no way, because the BTS Dynamite and Permission to Dance and their songs together is not as hip hop fueled as Suga can. Suga come out doing hip hop and it can be hard. He can be melodic. You know, again, I am a Suga stan, but I like BTS as a collective as well. But there's some people that just like whatever they like. And the fact that people hate on that or is the criteria that you have to like all of BTS. I'm here to tell you, you don't have to like all of BTS. You can't just like your solo member and just concentrate on their career and what they're doing. And then some people get mad because they're like, well, the solo stans don't support BTS as a collective. Again, so what? So what? I don't care. Like, to me, this is my opinion only. I don't care. The fact that the solo stans get so much shit is beyond me. I solo stans, I subscribe to a few solo stans YouTube channels because it gives me a lot of news about what's going on with the person's album. Like, I subscribe to several Jimin channels, and I have no feeling either way if you have a whole YouTube channel just dedicated to one person. As long as you're not hating on any other members or posting bad things or weird fucking conspiracy theories, because there's people out there who will be like, well, V didn't get the promotions that JK got, or JK didn't get what Jimin got, or Jimin didn't get, no, we don't know what goes on with PR with the artists. The artists, BTS, are to the point in their careers that they can pretty much set the pace of their solo. So if they want to go out and do a lot of PR, then they can do it. If they don't want to do as much, they don't want to do it. So the idea that the label or another artist has any influence on what they're doing, it's minimal. If they want to go out and do dance challenges and do videos and do what Jen do, Jen be out there promoting this shit hard. Not everybody wants to do that. Not everybody wants to do dance challenges like J-Hope. Not everybody wants to do variety shows and do all these interviews and go sing live everywhere like Jen do. Jen put a lot of work in for his fans, but just because other members of the group haven't done the same things for PR doesn't mean that the label is neglecting them or there's jealousy or the label doesn't care about them. It doesn't mean that. They select what they want to do. If V does not want to go and want to be ripping and running and fly here and fly there for a promoter and perform, if he doesn't want to do that, he doesn't want to do that. It's his career, it's his decision. So the solo conspiracy theories, I can't fuck with. But all the rest of it, I'm here for it. So I just need to stop the hatred of the solo stands. Let the solo stands be. As long as they're not toxic and they're not harassing nobody else, then nobody should be coming to their pages and their YouTube channels and saying, well, you don't like OT7, so you're not a real fan. No, they can be in the fandom. Kiki welcomes you. Come on, solo stands. I'm with you. High five. I'm with you. I welcome you. You're much welcome here. And last, and certainly not least, the third thing that annoys me about BTS fan is the hatred of the shippers. I have seen so many things, and me personally, get in the crosshairs of the people who hate the shippers. Now, let me just give some caveats. I do not ship or write. I write fan fiction. My fan fiction is not about the BTS members in love with each other. I don't think that I'm some kind of Tay Cooker or V-Men or whatever. So a shipper is somebody who says, or a slasher or a shipper. This has been going around in fan fiction circles ever since Star Trek, ever since Kirk and Spock won. I did a whole video about BTS fanfic. So beyond fan fiction, there are people who are fans of certain two members, either them together, they think that they're together as a couple, or they think that they're together like as best friends. Like Kim Tae-young and Jungkook. It's known as Taekook. That's a big one. There's V-men. There's Yoongi and V. I think that's one. So there's a bunch of them. There's Jimin and V. I think Jimin and V is V-men. Sorry, it's Jimin and V. So there's a bunch of fan fiction YouTube channels. But again, the biggest one is Taekook. People think that Jungkook and Kim Tae-young are a couple or were a couple or maybe a throuple with Jimin. There's been, and again, like I said before, there's toxicity in any and every damn thing. There's toxicity in any corner, nook, and cranny of any fandom. Like, it can go from just being like wishful thinking and Delulu land and amusing to like full on crazy. When it gets to the point where you're harassing family members and friends of these guys, or if they ever do get married or have a girlfriend and you can't accept it, I've gone in on the Taekookers who, again, in my personal opinion, I don't think Kim Tae-young, aka V, him and JK have some kind of relationship. I don't know, and frankly, I don't care. It's none of my business. If they gay, if they straight, if they bi. None of my business. I don't care. Slashing and shipping is not my thing. Okay? I'm not into boy love. I'm not into none of that. I am not homophobic. I am not gay. I am LGBTQIA friendly. If anybody knows me, know that, honey, I love the gays, honey. Like, everybody knows that I'm an ally. I'm a straight ally. I'm very straight, and I'm a straight ally. So if people believe in that, as long as you don't make it delusional and toxic, and that if they do date, you gotta, like I said, I've said before, in my opinion, in my strong opinion, since 2021 that V and Jenny dated, and I'm gonna stick to my guns on that. Fight me. I don't give a damn what y'all try to say to them Instagram photos was fake and all. I don't give a damn. Them photos released in 2021 is not fake. They were in a couple, and the only reason a lot of times that people don't want to believe that because they want to believe that Kim Tae-young is with Jungkook. So that's what a lot of that is. Not because they really hated Jenny. And then you get a lot of that too. A lot of the blinks don't like armies. I wasn't there for none of that. All I know is that with my rational mind, who has no vested interest in Jenny or V, I can tell from the pictures from 2021 that they were I could say that they pretty much were a couple. And Jennie has dated other K-pop singers, and V has dated other people. And people get their panties in a bunch about all that. But what I'm saying is that if you believe Kim Tae-young and Jungkook are together, or V is with Jimin, or Jimin is with Jungkook, go with God. That's your thing. As long as you're not crazy and getting on other people's pages. Because again, you don't really know. We don't know. We're not there in their bedroom and their sex lives. But what I am talking about, the people who get mad about it. There are people that you barely even... I posted a YouTube short about them being friends. And people were coming. They didn't even watch the video. They just saw the title of it and it said, Taekook, blah, blah, blah. And they were all over my video. And I'm just like, okay, first of all, I wasn't saying they were together. I said they were good friends. And people didn't even watch the video or read anything. They just saw Taekook and went crazy. I was like, did you not even read the title? Did you not read the description? So I had to put like disclaimers on a YouTube short because this is how crazy these people are. I saw the people who get nuts over this. Let me tell you where it's rooted at. Now, this is my personal opinion. Number one, homophobia. Some of y'all don't like gay people. So number one, that's rooted in homophobia. Number two, some of y'all are delulu and y'all have parasocial, stupid ass fucking parasocial relationships where you feel like you don't want Jungkook or V or Jimin or none of them to be with anybody because you feel like you have ownership of them and you're going to be with them one day. Get over yourself. Go touch some fucking grass. That's number two. Y'all can understand the Taekookers make me very angry. The anti-Taekooker people make me angrier than the pro Taekooker people. So that's number one. So number one, homophobia. Number two, y'all delulu. Y'all think y'all finna go be with these people. Number three, it's just stupidity. It's to the point where a lot of y'all are bullying people online for believing this. And then also let me do the honorable mention of the fan fiction. There are people who write fan fiction about Taekook, whatever, and then people get angry about fan fiction in all different kinds of ways. I'm here to tell you that fan fiction has been around before me. It's been around for every genre: Harry Potter, Marvel, Star Trek, Star Wars. Fan fiction has been around a lot of times for groups in K-pop and anime everywhere. Fan fiction will be around longer than when we're gone. Fan fiction is still going to be here. So if you don't like fan fiction, you don't like the idea of fan fiction, then don't fucking go to fan fiction circles. Don't read it. But I write fan fiction that people send me angry messages about. It's fan fiction. I've never said it's real. It's fan fiction. These are not real situations. Fictional situations. Calm the fuck down. Okay? Calm down. It's okay. People have been doing fan fiction for a long time on various topics. It's BTS, K-pop is not the only one. There's plenty of people writing all kinds of K-pop fan fiction for all different kinds of groups, scenarios, and situations. Some of them are disturbing. Some of them may have you clutching your fucking pearls. Oh well, Mildred, clutch the pearls. Some of the situations are very lighthearted and fun. Some of the situations are very explicit and sexual. Some of them are downright disturbing. That's what fan fiction is for. There's something for everybody. If you don't like something, just move on and be like, hey, that's not mine. But the idea that you're getting on someone's fan fiction page going, no, I don't like that. And it disrespect you. And now I have people like, it's disrespectful to the artist. Let me tell you something. Okay. I've heard this. It's disrespectful to the artist, the fan fiction, and the slash people. Here we go. Let me pause here. Let me get myself together. Okay. First of all, again, BTS and any other artist in the industry, they're not snowflakes, y'all. They understand the business. Does BTS know that there are pictures out there or scenarios of them as vampires and Wolverines and mermaids? Yes, I think there was one situation where Jimin sent Kim Tae-young a picture of him as like a mermaid prince or something, and they got a kiki and a call. I do not believe for 1 second that BTS has been in the business since 2011, most of them, and they don't understand what goes on in the business. They may think it's weird. They may not understand it, But as long as it's not something where you're presenting fan fiction as being real or truth, that's one thing. As long as everybody knows them, as long as you're not photoshopping pictures and pretending like this really happened and this is real, or using AI pictures to defame them, or be like, look, they're hugging up, they're dating this member of this other group and it's a fake AI photo. As long as you're not doing that, I can't see where any K-pop artist is offended. As long as you're not photoshopping or making things and presenting them as fact, then they understand what the game is. The agency, I've said it in my other video where I talked about K-pop stars dating, the agency encourages skinship. If you don't know what skinship means, look it up. It's not anything dirty, but skinship is where the K-pop agencies throughout the ages have encouraged the girls and the boy groups to be playful with each other, to show affection to each other, whether it be natural, sometimes it's fake and it's forced. This is not anything new. This is PR. There's nothing new under the sun about people wanting two members of a girl group or a boy group being together, or members from one group being with another group. The agency knows that people write fan fiction. They know that people do fan art. Some of the fan art is X-rated. A lot of the fan fiction is smut. The agency knows this is out there. The K-pop artists know that it's out there. Are they going to take time to read it? No, probably not. They are like, okay. And they know that some of the stuff out there may be a bit disturbing and explicit, but they understand that this is what goes into K-pop and also influences their popularity. So the people who are out there like, this is disrespectful, I'm like, the agency encourages this. The agency encourages parasocial delulu behavior in fans. There's been psychological studies about this. There's been YouTube videos about this. You can read articles about this, of how these K-pop agencies and their PR departments work. They have people in PR departments that will make posts and do things to stoke these feelings in fans. So anytime I hear about something, I'm like, where's the source? People don't know where the source is. It'll just pop up. It'll pop up on someone's YouTube channel, or it'll pop up online, or it'll pop up in Reddit, or it'll pop up on a K-pop website. And 9 times out of 10, it originates from Korea. And a lot of times I'm like, I throw a side eye, because I understand the tricks and the flips and the stunts and the pussy pops of the PR departments for the entertainment industry. K-pop is unique where they've learned things from America, and they've perfected the art a lot of times to the detriment of their own artists. But if you think that these agencies don't stoke this level of fanaticism in fans, they do. They post things and they make photos and they do things in a way to stir the pot, so to speak, to poke the hornet's nest a little bit, because the more you are talking about a certain artist or a group, that's, there's more articles, it's free advertising for them. So a lot of times they will stoke the rumors that, Jungkook and Kim Tae-young, they went here and they were at this restaurant. A lot of times, these are PR moves. These are PR stunts, tricks, and flips. These are PR moves, y'all. So don't ever think that a lot of this is just organic. They understand that people are into skinship and slashing and BL, that there's a whole contingency of this in Asian media and Asian fandom. They understand that. If we understand it as a lay people, the PR departments understand it more than we do. Fan fiction and fan art, they understand that that's part of fandom. Like I said, cannot see BTS members ever getting offended about anything, whether it be a pregnant Jungkook, whether it be, mermaids, vampires, BTS being wizards, BTS, as long as it's not where you're doing, what do they call it? Like deep fakes, where it's like outright, like, adult type movies and you're selling it and making money. Even when I say the deep fake thing, and I haven't really talked about that, but yes, they're deep fake where they take a person's face and put it over a person and they're in adult situations. adult movies and stuff like that. The only reason the agency has a problem with that is because it violates the privacy of the artist. But the biggest reason is because they're not making money on it. I'm just gonna keep it a buck. The only reason they are trying to go in on deepfakes is because these deepfake websites are making money. I don't think these companies really care about like the face and the intellectual property of their artists. They are upset because these people are putting the face of their artists on people and they're selling this stuff and they're making money. If the agency could make money from deepfakes screwing on a video, the agency would be like, they would quietly sweep it under the rug. If they got a cut of that money, I almost guarantee you that the agency wouldn't crack down on them and have an issue with it. Matter of fact, there might be some agencies that are getting kickbacks from certain sites for deepfakes, because so far I think the only company that went after them really is Hive. But if they could make money off of it and keep it under the rug and keep their reputation intact, they would. And again, like I said, I'm sure there are probably some agencies that do make money off of some of these adult type deepfake sites that they give the agency a cut of the money. So don't y'all ever think that artists and management companies don't understand what's going on. They hear things, they have family members and friends that tell them things and see things, and they may get a kiki and a call out of it. But again, they're not snowflakes. BTS are grown men in their 30s, most of them. And they've been in the business long enough to seen and heard almost everything. Whether it be behind the scenes corporate intrigue, whether it be things that the fans do, they understand what the game is. They understand what things have to be said or not said, and they understand that fandom. I cannot see BTS getting offended over Taekook or pictures, or I just can't see them getting offended by that. They may think it's weird. They may think it's a little odd. Like I said, some of them, they might like it. Some of them, there's been evidence that RM may have read someone's fanfic, and they may like it. They may be like, damn, this is a good story. So, don't ever take it for granted that these artists are snowflakes, regardless of whether it's BTS or anybody else. So those are the three things I would say that I've noticed in the ARMY fandom and I don't particularly like. So you guys, there are more things I do not like, and there's things that I do. I mean, like I said, I'm kind of on a peripheral fandom because I'm not in these groups, but I just notice things that I would say that annoys me, that I don't understand, that I don't get, and that, like I said, even, I've been a young person before, because again, the excuse I've heard is, well, they're young. And I'm like, well, I've been young too. Okay, so I've never been young. Now, granted, when I was young, it was before social media. And again, I have children. I have kids. I have a 15-year-old and I have an 11-year-old. So it's like, okay, I understand. I used to be a kid, a non-digital age, and I do have kids. But my kids are like, well, they don't act like that. Like, they understand, like, my kids have a grounding sense of a balance. They understand that, like, okay, this is an artist. I like this artist. This is how the fandom, this is what's going on. Like, they understand it. And from sense of their friends understand it fantasy too. But for some reason, K-pop fans don't really understand what goes on in reality. And I'm like, how does my kids understand this? But then y'all K-pop fans get online and y'all say the most absurd, crazy, unrealistic things that I've ever heard. So that's what I'm trying to navigate and understand. So make sure you like, share, subscribe, put it in the comment. What do you think? What do you find annoying about being even a K-pop fan? A lot of things I've described is not just ARMY, but it's K-pop in general. But until next time, y'all have a good day. Bye.